You're with the award-winning BHBN Radio, Station of the Year 2024.
It's a beautiful day today, and I'm here in Alton at Claridge Place. Claridge Place is a care home, and I'm going to find out all about their spring fair. We've got tea and coffee, as you would expect, clothes for sale. Moving along, let's have a look. Oh, wonder what's in these pretty bottles. Oh, it's lights in bottles and toys. And then we have some smellies for sale called Heavenly Scents. The Body Shop is here. And we have got a cake stall. My goodness me, what yummy cakes I can see here. Just looking for Stacey, and I've just walked past a room where a lady's playing a piano to a large group of people who are clapping and singing. Isn't that lovely? Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
You live at Claridge Place, don't you?
I do.
How long have you been here?
I would say about a year and a half.
And how are you liking it? How are you getting on?
Oh, it's really lovely, it is. It's nice, yeah.
What's your favourite thing to do here? Because they have lots of activities.
Yeah, we do quizzes and all sorts of things we do, and it's very, very nice.
And you do go out at all?
Oh, yes, my family takes me out, and I can go out in the van. They have a van to take you out if you want to go someplace.
Hi, I'm singer-songwriter Lucy Shaw, and I'd like to wish BHBN Radio many congratulations on their 70th anniversary broadcasting to Birmingham's hospitals.
Hello, this is Daz Hale at BBC Radio WM, and I just wanted to take a moment just to say many congratulations and happy 70th anniversary to all at BHBN. I just hope that you've all got enough breath now to blow out the 70 candles on the cake. There has to be a cake, that's the law. Best wishes, and here's to the next 70 years.
It's BHBN's 70th birthday, and this is John Trading saying happy birthday.
Happy 70th anniversary, BHBN. Love from Miranda Burns. I used to present songs from the stage and screen and the request show, and it is just the most rewarding and wonderful thing to have been a part of. BHBN, you have such a special place in my heart. Keep being absolutely terrific. We love you.
With 40 hours of live broadcasting, this is the Marathon Weekender on BHBN Radio.
And we're on our
number 4.
Looking back at 70 years of history from our archives on BHBN Radio, with memories from our very early days, from founding member Frida Cox.
Well, it started off by long-term patients in sanatorium hospitals, which usually had to stay in from anything from 12 months upwards, and the boredom they received, and the fact that they couldn't get their local football teams and cricket teams, because in those days they just picked an odd one here and there. And it was through that I got the idea that it would be rather nice if we could give local news to people in hospital on what was happening in the city at the time, and that's how it started. All we had was, I used to run a pub, and all we had was the back room of one of the pubs, and we used to set it up there, and most of it was done by tape recorders, and we used to do most of our programmes live on the spot, and take a tape recorder along, tape it, and then put it onto the telephone lines, because the whole of it went out on telephone line services. Incidentally, we had to pay for those before we broadcast and not after, which meant we'd always got that problem of raising money to pay for the line. And all it was a tape recorder and a monitoring desk with the microphone set up, which were then teamed into the post office telephone circuit. We had second-hand tape recorders that were given to us. We couldn't afford to buy them, and we sort of scrounged them they were given us. And there was always the problem of the tapes breaking down or splitting. So I used to always have a chain of safety pins fastened to my knickers underneath my dress, and if the tape broke, you'd hear the shout, "Up, Frida, we want a pin." And of course that was hilarious, because it was a hit and miss, but fortunately for us, it became a hit.
memories of our founding member Frida Cox. And keep listening for more from our 70-year archive here on BHBN Radio.
And that's exactly what we'll do. Thank you so much, David Elliot there. Just looking back and absolutely delving it through. Well, Frida Cox there talking about how BHBN Radio was set up in 1952. Now we fast forward a few years to some of the songs that we were playing all the way back in 1960. Now this was an absolute definite one that we know that it wasn't just played by us here as the DJs, but also it was one of those songs that was requested absolutely time and time again. It's Elvis Presley, It's Now or Never, playing here on BHBN Radio, hour 10 of our Marathon Weekender.
And that's your full-time whistle. Listen to that, blues fans.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think that's what I was expecting, sadly. Well, first home game for Wayne Rooney, it hasn't gone well. I suppose we've got to see how things develop. Things aren't going to change overnight, because what is wanted is a completely different...
But they have changed overnight.
Yeah.
They've changed from being okay to being...
But changing a different style. When a manager comes in and wants a different style of play, of course, it doesn't necessarily go as well as you want, and you see it happen all over the place as well. But handing over from St Andrews for our extra show this weekend, it's ended up Blues 0, Hull City 2, and back to Phil at the studio to wrap things up.
Still getting goosebumps on a Sunday afternoon for Dillis. And just 16 minutes past 4 on this Sunday afternoon. Let's stay with Heart, Let's Go Home and say hello and a very good afternoon to Veronica. Now, Veronica is going to take us back to the 1960s with a great song. She said it tells the story of her life. I remember it well. I remember you. Frank Ifield.
I remember you.
More announcements to make before we get into our formal start. One of which, very important one, is that you are raising loads of money for West Midlands voluntary organisations and charities. You may never get to meet the people who will benefit from the money that you are raising today. So can I say very much on their behalf, thank you so much. Give yourself a round of applause and each other. Hopefully this year we can cross that £5 million threshold, which is a terrific achievement. So well done for that. The other will be a request of you, as you come up towards the starting line, I have a number of gentlemen, ladies of the press here with their cameras who would love to take some photos of you with your hands outstretched into the air. It's a bit of a Royal Sutton Fun Run tradition. So at the due point, I will ask you to get the hands in the air and give us a big wave, and that will be on the front page possibly, or certainly on the website of the Royal Sutton Fun Run, the Sutton Coalfield Observer, all around the world. So fame and fortune might await you.
So we're here at the Royal Sutton Fun Run today. The sun is shining, it's a glorious day. And with me is Catherine, who is on the water station. Catherine, what's your highlight of this day?
Just cheering people through and recognising faces. Lots of people I know from the Bullets and just general people in Sutton run past. It's nice, good atmosphere.
We're all here today supporting our family in memory of my husband Richard, who sadly passed away last year from kidney cancer. He was an avid runner. He ran the fun run most years. As you can see from my hat, there's a 21st anniversary one that I'm wearing today as well.
Don't you leave me here.
American ragtime and jazz pianist, band leader and composer Jelly Roll Morton, who wrote one of the first ever published jazz compositions in 1915, Jelly Roll Blues. That was one of his own, Don't You Leave Me Here, with Jelly Roll on piano and vocal, recorded 6th of December 1939. And kicking us off today, the 1933 song, It's Only a Paper Moon, today's version recorded in March 1945 for Decca Records by Ella Fitzgerald with the Delta Rhythm Boys. Good afternoon, 4:10 on a Thursday afternoon. I'm here till 6. I'm Pete and I'm here every Thursday with Playing It Cool. And I like to describe it as the jazz programme for people who think they don't like jazz. So if you're among that category, don't switch off, stay tuned. I think you might be pleasantly surprised, at least by some of what I've got for you between now and 6 o'clock. Julian Cannonball Adderley made his name as one of the great alto sax players during what was known as the hard bop era, the 60s and 70s. He became better known, particularly in the States, when his crossover song Mercy, Mercy, Mercy hit the pop charts.
Perfect 10 from Beautiful South, who are my featured artists today. Hope you enjoyed that. Now, I've got a request from Lynn, who is in the COVID team here at the QE Hospital. I met her on the train, and she was giving us COVID jabs all the way through the pandemic with a lot of other people throughout the country who I would like to thank, because they're still going, still working. And today, as I say, they're at the QE Hospital in the atrium giving COVID jabs, and Lynn will be there till 4 o'clock. So this is Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe, for Lynn and the COVID team.
With good company and great tunes, BHBN Radio.
You're with the award-winning BHBN Radio, Station of the Year 2024.
BHBN Radio.